There's flies buzzing all over. Downsides to exploring during the summer. This was at one time the nursing school for a psychiatric center. We've explored it in the past. I think there's GoPro footage of a more complete exploration. Not a whole lot to see in here, as I believe it was abandoned as far back as the 60s, or at least the upper floor was. Here's a door onto nowhere. This was the balcony. If you don't mind, I'm not going to step onto this. I don't really trust the wood floor here. It's actually concrete, but this whole thing is collapsing, so for example, if we look up, hey, Lamau. Flies everywhere. Over there you can see the cricket house. I guess I'll show some video of that in this as well. I'm at like F20 right now to try and control this light. I should put the ND filter on. Look at that. Okay, time to do something a little dangerous. Get that shot. Where'd you go? Oh, just lost my buddy. Oh, there you are. Okay. Look at that. It's always so interesting to me how the moss starts to grow in amongst the dirt. Not even dirt, it's like the asbestos, the collapsed wall plaster and ceiling tiles almost become a soil of its own. It's hard to believe this place only closed in like the late 90s, because you walk through here and it almost looks like ancient ruins. The vandalism has definitely helped to speed its decay. I think the third floor of this building has been empty since the 60s, which is what this is, but even then it was used for storage. I wonder what it would be like if they were to look up right now. This is how you spread stories of a haunting. Hear that thunder? I bet they used this for fire department training. That looks like fire hose, and it's being run down through the roof. Why is this room in particular boarded up?
It's the bathroom.
It's like all these doors have been piled against there, but even then there's plywood on it. How pretty is that? There's like a whole tree growing in here. So this is the kind of thing I always like to see, is when you have this natural growth within buildings. And it's like what I was talking about before, how the crushed and pulverized ceiling tiles and wall plaster, it becomes like its own soil. I mean, even looking around me here, all of this is green. There's moss growing on all of it. And to see what's almost a full tree sprouting up in here, this is why I like to explore. It's finding how human construction decays and then the natural world grows up around it. A lot of the buildings on site had little cubby rooms like this. Once again, here's the door room, I guess. We're going to head down to the first floor, which is completely dark as far as I can tell, so we're going to have to use the flashlight. Sorry if there's some flickering, that's unfortunately unavoidable with this flashlight. I neglected to bring my film light. Oops. Walking downstairs in an abandonment, it's like walking down a ramp. Oh, look at all this. This is one of the emptier buildings I've seen, which makes sense since it would have fallen out of use long before the rest of the place. I believe the upstairs was primarily used as storage. You know, I'm not a fan of graffiti, but it is pretty fun when people do creative stuff like this. And finally, we come upon an actual balcony. I'm a little reluctant to step on it. You can see it's sagging a little bit at the corner there. But this is so nice. All completely surrounded by overgrowth, probably even more serene than when it was built. Oh, and look. There's even words of encouragement. This really is a place about positivity. That's what it all comes down to. This one, though, the other guy was more overt about his emotions. This one looks as though he's just barely hanging in there. Same ceiling light, same. And the adventure continues. Now, if I'm correct, the whole middle section of the building should be totally dark. So if we make our way there, it will lead us back not only to our entry point, actually, let's head down this way first. Very, very dark here. I'm looking at the LCD right now, so if something were to move across these doorways, a shadow of some sort, that would certainly catch me off guard. Oh, look at this peeling paint. This area has been a little more insulated than the rest, so there's not really any graffiti. Not really any, well, anything. Not as much time damage either. Now, this door is bolted, but it shouldn't lead to the outside. It should lead to a sitting room. And look, it looks like there's shoe prints on the door where someone tried to kick it open from this side. But with that brace, I don't think it's gonna happen. Hello, pipe sticking out of the wall. Did somebody stab you in there? Now, guys, do as I say, not as I do. We really should be wearing respirators right now because this is like some of the most choked I've ever seen a place. These are some seriously huge piles we've got all over. Well, if we get trapped in here, forced to wander these halls for eternity, at least we won't starve. I'm in the middle of the building now, which is where I wanted to be.
This is ground level though, right?
Yes. Now let's see if my suspicions are correct. Never mind, we're not taking this one. Okay, different one then. This is the front door. I'm surprised. This is the main entrance? It's just the one door?
Because when you think about it, you have a reception area here.
There we go. Alright, I want to check out the basement real quick, but we're not going that way. Because it's missing a stair. Stuff on the right of this thing, because there's a spider web. This is one of my favorite parts of exploring, is just the flashlight beam moving down a narrow, dark hall. Things being revealed at the edge as you walk. By the way, guys, this might be one of the first times I've given one of these commentaries during an explore. Usually I don't feel comfortable enough to talk. I want to keep quiet. I guess I might as well do it. Since I know you guys all want to hear it, and the meme's not going to die no matter how much I ignore it. This place looks like it's been abandoned for years. So there is a basement. The question now is, does it have tunnel access? Howdy. Can the focus get that? Come on, you can get it. Okay, now this is a murder basement if I ever saw one. If I focus way up close, can you guys see all this dust in the air? We should really be wearing respirators. Oh, look at that. I wanna find tunnel access, which will be in the middle somewhere. If we don't find it by then, I'm not gonna bother checking the other side. I think we already found it. I think so. Most likely. This is like Cry of Fear. Nope.
Entrance wall, just the electrical one.
Let's see.
Maybe the other side of it says so.
Look at that. There's so much dust in the air. This large room just narrows in this doorway. I really hope it picks up all this dust and moisture in the air. These might actually be the real front doors. Oh, and look. There's another entry and exit right here. Underneath the porch in the front. That's incredible. Smart people. It's never going to be found. Look, there's a typewriter. Alright, we're about ready to head out. Oh, a blackboard. This was a classroom for the nursing school. Oh yeah, there's like a raised section. Hard to imagine this as a classroom environment. What are these sheets of foil? This side is different from the other side. Oh, there's a window looking down onto where we came in. And we're currently walking on that window. This isn't tunnels.
Oh, the staircase.
Oh, potentially. Having to crouch in real life instead of just VR. No, this is down a staircase. Yeah, this comes back to that stairwell we were on before. So once again, we did not find tunnel access. Okay, well we can... What's that? It's a way out if you feel like climbing.
It's actually
Seems like all the cool folks are going underneath the porch, which is smart. They won't check here. It just flew out and freaking hit me. Yeah, I'm fine, but like, geez, I thought it jumped. That's
good. That should have been.
That's gonna be good footage, I guess. Screw you, Spider. I mean, I guess I'm in your territory, but congrats on a successful insurgency. February 1941. That's helpful. And back out with us. Good practice here is going to be to check across the way to see if there's going to be anybody waiting for us when we come out. I don't see anyone, but it's also quite hard to see. I don't hear anyone either. Imagine how comfortable a place like this would have been. I mean, it's all dark and destroyed now, but imagine this fire going on a winter night. We've got the windows to that patio area opened, and it's snowing outside. Couches in front. Maybe a table in the back where someone's reading or eating. Actually, it looks like that's a fireplace as well, but it's covered by whatever furniture that is. I kind of feel like writing this table. I don't know why I have the impulse to do so. I don't know why I felt like doing that. Okay, so that was the nursing school. If you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to do that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to see more Urbex videos, that playlist will also be linked in the description, as well as a flicker for my stills. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. And I feel so lame delivering this in real life, but whatever. I feel like Zach Bagans. We were threatened with thunder the whole time, but finally here comes the rain just as we're leaving. What a stroke of luck. Literally minutes after we leave the building. That's incredible.